Hello everybody and welcome to today's video where I will be showing you how to go late game or even win in the club room bonsai. So in my replay, I'm actually not going to tell you which way you want to follow because either way actually worked pretty well. So in bonsai, if you don't know, you actually get double the money from like balloon traps, sending balloons, farms, and all of that. So you could play this two ways. You could go crazy on farms and get a lot of money that way, or you could go crazy on sending balloons and get a lot of your money that way. I chose balloons and my opponent chose farms. So both ways worked, like I said. So it's really up to you which one you want to actually use. So I just started off with a ninja monkey. And because you make so much more money, I was able to get him to double shots right away. And I'll be able to get into balloon jitsu on round 2 or 3. So there we go. I start sending in my balloons because as you can see, he already has 2 farms and every banana is making him $120, which is crazy. So, but also the eco is too, because by round 9, I think, you can have about 1,000 eco. So that just rolls in the money. The one thing I will suggest is, no matter which strategy you use, you have to have ninjas and super monkeys. Ninjas because you need something to see camo and camo lead, and super monkeys because sun gods are great against balloons, and the bionic or technological terrors are great against Moabs. So you need both to take down those higher rounds where you get all of these ZOMGs or the green blimps. So as you can see, he has 4 farms now, and each banana making him a lot of money, and I'm only at 600 eco. It's round 5. I have a balloon jitsu already, and I just got a cleansing foam engineer. And like I said, the balloon traps also earn me double money. So once I get a balloon trap, instead of the normal 500, 600, it'll be earning me 1,000 to 1,200, which is great. So there we go. There's some balloons getting through, which is good because it's getting rid of those spikes he has there. So as you can see, he's holding off just with one balloon jitsu monkey too. So that's good too. Because you can get it so early on, you don't have to worry about building a lot of towers because you can start off strong almost immediately. So both me and my opponent go flawless this game until obviously the end where one of us will lose. I won't ruin it just yet. I'll have to show you guys because this is a 45-minute game and there's no way I'm going to be able to show all of it to you. But so there we go, round 8, and look at that, round 9 actually, and I have 1,000 eco. So that's crazy, but at the same time, he's probably making 3,000 off of those bananas alone, because those plantations are just busting them out. But there you go, you can see he has a super monkey now. And I'm going to start sending pinks, because the balloon eco is also doubled. I believe I said that. So that's $7.2 per pink balloon instead of the normal 3.6. So obviously that's good. I believe I build my first super monkey quick. But what I suggest with the super monkeys is you build technological terrors first, and you build a bunch of those because those are better for like the Moab, like I said. And your balloon jitsu monkeys will do pretty good against balloons, so you don't need sun gods right off the bat. I end up building actually a lot more technological terrors instead of sun gods because the sun gods aren't needed that much. I had a few of them, don't get me wrong, because they are good, but they weren't as needed. And as you can see, I'm at 2,300 eco and climbing, which that is obviously amazing for round 14. But he also has 3 banana factories now, and each box gets him 1,200. And as you can see, he's getting a lot. So he's obviously making more money than me, but does it really matter in the long run? That's the question that I'm leaving you to answer, because I could sit here and say, oh, you have to go with the way I did it, or you have to go with the way he did it because he got more money. But in the long run, once you get later in the game, you don't need 7,000 every 5 seconds. I mean, my eco does get up there pretty high, and I'm sure his farms are getting way more than 7,000. But, like I said, in the long run, once you get going, you don't need all of that money at all at once. And tapping the farms may get annoying, but at the same time, you may say tapping the balloons to send them are annoying. So it's completely up to you. I wanted to show you this replay because it shows both of them very well. So there we go. I finally was able to place that super monkey. You could see I was struggling with the centuries. And I immediately was able to build it to a robo monkey. And I'm already on my way. Never mind, I built another super monkey. I was going to say I was on my way to a technological terror, but obviously I am not. So he's holding off just fine with just a balloon jitsu. Oh, there's his second balloon jitsu and a robo monkey. And there you go. He got more expensive or higher value, more value. Can't remember which it is. Bananas. So now his farms are earning him 1,800, which is absolutely crazy. But I'm also on round 20, making 3,000 plus money every 6 seconds. There's his fourth farm. So I'm going to not show you this whole thing, like I said, because it gets to a point where I just cannot commentate this whole thing. It gets very repetitive with just building the same towers over and over and using their abilities to get farther. Okay, so round 36, just giving you a little, I'm going to cut this up a little bit, like I said. So I'm just going to show you this little section to see how our progress has been going. So you can see he has four factories. Couldn't think of that. He has 4 factories going strong. So he's obviously making still that ton of money. You can see in that top right corner right now, he's letting all of that money go. Or if he does collect it, that is a huge amount. You can see I'm going with 9,000 eco. It's pretty good. I'm sitting at 55,000 now dollars, which means I could basically put down a super monkey and build it up to technological terror within a snap. You can see he has 3 temples, and I only have 1, and mine is kind of pathetic because I didn't really have like wizards or anything that could get it like good abilities. I just put down $30,000 worth of mortars and a super monkey, so it has basic abilities. But so you could say again that I'm doing good because I'm getting 9,000 every 6 seconds, and I'm able to build a maxed out super monkey after maybe 20 seconds or so. But you could also say he's doing a lot better. You know, he has 3 temples and he's got way more money than me. So why would you go with eco? So again, this is really just your choice. You can see round 40, one of the hardest rounds in the game, is a easy peasy round actually for both of us, because those regen balloons that usually cause so much trouble are just complete garbage right now, going up against 5 balloon jitsu and like 6 bionic technological terrors. I don't know why I keep saying bionic, but so you can see this round's a joke. It used to be insanely hard. So there you go. I'm gonna now cut this and give you a little snapshot a little farther into the game. So there we go, round 60. You can see we're still going strong. I have a lot of technological terrors, a lot of Bujinsu. He's got a lot of temples and a lot of technological terrors. Both sides are doing just as fine. We got maybe 5 or 6 ZOMGs coming out each round now at the very minimal, and we're not having a problem. You can see they're going a little farther on my side. Not a problem because it's not like they're coming down to the wire here. So you can see I'm at now 10,000 eco and at $255,000. Pretty much I'm building bionic or technological terrors as quickly as possible, and I cannot run down my money. So it's at this part of the game that you really are like, does it make a difference if you started off with farms or if you started off with balloon eco? Because you could say, yeah, he started off a lot better. He had 3 temples a lot quicker than I could have built them. But you could also look at it now saying, oh, round 63, you both could pretty much have identical maps. What's the difference? So it's really your preference, your choice. I can't make that choice for you. I'm sure I could tell you which one I think is better, but whether that would affect how you actually perceive this, that's your choice. So as you can see, I'm using all of my abilities, not all of them, few of them, just to help run down the BFBs and the Moabs. You can see I'm still building super monkeys. I'm just trying to fill up this map with as many as I can to make sure that I do as good as I can. So I'm going to cut this again, and I'm going to pick it back up a little later. So there we go. Round 91, 35 minutes into the game, I'm sitting at over $600,000. My map's completely filled. I cannot build anything else. So right now, money doesn't matter. Whether I started off with farms or eco, when the map's completely filled, it does not matter at all where your money's coming from. So again, late game, it doesn't really matter which way you go. Starting off, your choice, whether you think it was better to have all this money going farther, or whether it was better to get all the money all at once in the beginning, and then you're able to sell them for more space on your map. Your choice, obviously. I know I keep saying that, but that's what I'm really getting across here, is that this whole replay is showing you both sides so you can see which is better. Round 93, you can see my balloons are actually getting a little, or his balloons are getting farther, but that's because I'm using my sabotage supply lines, so they are going slower. You can see we're getting over maybe 12, 15 ZOMGs now every round, and we're still going. We're still perfect. 150 lives each. We're fine. Really, at this point in the game, is all just about when to use your abilities. If you don't use them, it's not going to help you as much. If you use them too quickly, you're going to run out, and when you need them, you're not going to have them. Or if you use them like safely and you use them like selectively, they'll work out a lot more in your favor. So as you can see, I'm using some, but what you don't see on the side is I left about 10 of them. So yeah, I used a lot, but if I were to come into a struggle, I have 10 more to make sure that I get out of it. So I'm going to cut the video again, go a little farther, show you the end of the game. So there we go, round 104, crossed 100. So obviously, we're both doing something right. If we're on 104 with 150 lives each, you can see I pretty much stopped building eco. It's not really needed anymore. He obviously sold his farms because they're not needed anymore. So now it's, like I said before, it's all about abilities. That's pretty much what this higher round game is. I mean, of course, you could use the buying or selling and buying strat, where like if I need technological terror abilities, I could sell like 5 of them and rebuild 5 of them so that I get the abilities right back. But I'm a little too lazy to do that, and I would assume he is too, because he didn't do that at all. You can see his are almost actually at the end of his line, but it was at this point I was playing this. It took me 45 minutes. It was about maybe 1 in the morning. I was just like, you know what, this has to be done. And at the end of this, I kind of started giving up. I was just like, if they go by, they go by. I'll use my abilities, but I'm not going to pay so much attention that if they aren't used, I'm going to cry about it. Because I played good game. I knew that even if I lost, this was a good video to show. Round 106, it's definitely my personal best. So I wasn't worried about it at all. You can see The Moabs and the BFBs are again pretty far. They almost passed me there, but I was fine with it. But my defense held off, and we kept going. It's around 107, 44 minutes in, over $1 million. Complete useless. Don't need it. He probably has not close to the same because he doesn't get money anymore now that he sold his farms. He probably has about 1,000 eco because he was sending a little bit. But so he doesn't have as much money as me, but it doesn't matter because it's not needed. So you can see his BFBs and Moabs are getting pretty far, and they pass him, and he drops to 0. And there's the end of the game right there. It was a good game, and you can see that going either way is successful. It works, and whatever else. The only reason he lost is I didn't see him using his abilities, like, at all. When I was watching his side, he might have used a few, but for the most part, you could see whenever I got mine, I would use about 10 of them, and I would save them, and then I would use 10 of them, save the rest. He maybe used 5 all game. And you can even see right now, he has so many technological terrors with all of those abilities. He probably could have held off longer if he had used them. But I would just like to thank everyone for watching this video.